Hello and welcome to Lesson 3 of Web Design and Development for National 5 Computing Science. We're continuing with design today, but if I scroll down, it's this part. It's the Copyright Designs and Patents Act, 1988. You don't need to know the year of this act, but it's the Copyright Designs and Patents Act relating to web content, so text, graphics, video and audio. As I said, it's part of the design topic, but this is part 2 of the design topic. By the end of this video, you'll understand the Copyright Designs and Patents Act, what's covered, and what to look out for when making your own websites. So how is the Copyright Designs and Patents Act relevant for a web designer or developer? Well, you need to consider every piece of creative work or anything that's in the website itself, the text, the graphics, video, audio. You need to consider the copyright status of it. Who owns it? Are you allowed to use it? So what is copyright? Any piece of creative work it's automatically protected in UK law by the Copyright Designs and Patents Act. If I write a story, I own the copyright to that story. If I draw a picture, I own the copyright to that, and no one else is allowed to use it for commercial gain or any type of use unless I give them permission. So if you're making a website, you need to check that all your text, images, video and audio, if you have copyright permission and if you're allowed to use it. So how would you go about making sure that you have permission? Well, the best, easiest way to know that you have permission is to own the copyright. If you create the text, if you create the images, the photographs, if you take them yourself, then you own the copyright to those photographs, those videos, anything that's in the website. Make it yourself, you own it. You don't need permission from yourself. That'd be silly. But let's say you don't own it and you find something online and you want to use it. Well, ask the creator for permission. You have to find out who owns the copyright and ask them for permission. Now, they might say, nah, mate, you have to pay for this, in which case you can pay the creator, as it says here, pay the creator for the right to use their work. If you don't want to ask for permission, or let's say you just can't find the creator or you can't afford to pay for copyright licensing fees, you could find work that's copyright free. And luckily, Google includes a tool that allows you to do that. So when using Google, you search for your image, you click on Tools, you choose the usage rights, and you can filter by the type of license, the copyright status of it. I think it looks a bit different to this. Let's take a look at what it looks like now. Search for puppy, images, and go to Tools, usage rights, and you've got Creative Commons, which means you're allowed to use it, and commercial and other licenses. Commercial means you might have to pay for it. Let's check Creative Commons. No! Moving on. If you infringe on copyright, what's the punishment? Let's say you're making a website and you can't be bothered to ask for permission and you can't afford to pay for copyright licenses. You can't be bothered to make your own stuff. What if you breach copyright? Well, if someone finds that you're using their content and you didn't ask for permission or pay for it, they might ask you to include credit. So if someone uses my image, I might say, "Hoi mate, that's mine. Can you mind putting a link to my website underneath it, or to mention that it's me who created it?" That means mentioning who owns the copyright, crediting the creator. More severely, they might have your website taken down. So this is especially common on YouTube. People steal other people's content. People will complain to YouTube, the host of the video, and say, "I own the copyright to this, take it down." And they get a copyright strike, or the video gets removed, and blah, blah, blah. This can happen on websites as well. Your own website, they can complain to your host. They can go to the police if it's severe enough. Let's say they do go to the police and you've been found to be breaching copyright in quite a serious way. You can be fined unlimited numbers of pounds in the UK. Unlimited fines in the UK. I don't know the maximum, I don't know the biggest fine in UK copyright history, but don't breach copyright. Obviously, if you're just one person and you stole one picture, you're not going to be fined £1 million. It's going to be proportional to the seriousness of the breach and proportional to what the breacher, the criminal, can afford to pay, I would imagine. But the worst sentence, in my opinion, would be you could be sent to prison. The maximum sentence for copyright breach in the UK is 10 years. Obviously, the maximum sentences would be for the most severe cases. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the Copyright Designs and Patents Act. Make sure you work through past papers to get an idea of the types of questions that come up in past papers or future exams. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.